Hello everybody, it's Rhonee with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you crochet tutorials. Today we got a beautiful one. This is the electric light lamp. Beautiful. And I have a string of battery operated lights hanging in it. And I just chose Christmas colors for this particular one. This one hangs approximately 68 inches. It's very, very long. You can stop like at the third, actually, the fifth ring here and stop it there so you have a shorter one. It's up to you. I put some bells up at the top. It's gorgeous. Sorry for my kitchen background, guys, but we're gonna work on this. Let's get started. Hello everybody, it's Rhonee. Anyway, you saw the beginning part of this video about these lamps. I did mine in Christmas colors, but we're going to be making this. Now, I want to be transparent. This is the Gypsy Queen electric lamp. She gives permission for the videos to be done and even sell these, just not in like mass production on, you know, me making 100 of them and selling them. But allowed to do this, but I need to be transparent. This is Gypsy Queen's pattern. She's also goes by Tanja Stark, but we're gonna go through this. This is it. It's a book of instructions. It's a lot, but I'm gonna simplify it for you. It takes a little time, but the pattern is simple, easy, and it's really a lot of fun. And what's nice is you can do this in 1 color, 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors, 20 colors. You can do it as many colors as you want or as few colors as you want. But I'm going to dive into everything that we need for this. All right, we're going to do this row by row. This video, I'm going to warn you now, is going to be long. I have to do it long because some people just need that help. And I want to make sure that everybody is successful at this project. Okay, so the hook that I'm using for this project, this entire project, is a 6.0. Her recommendations are for a smaller hook, but this is what I found works for us, the 6.0 millimeter. Now, that's the hook. If you want to put lights in yours, I bought these at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale. I think they were like 25% off or something like that. They bright pretty good. Works perfect. I love these. I had to buy a pack of these. Need these to, when you're putting your lights, like I just hung mine straight down, but you need something to hook at the top so the lights are hooked stable so they can hang down without obviously falling all the way through. So you'll need a pack of these. All the yarn I'm using today is Hobby Lobby yarn, all of it, and I do recommend cotton yarn. Strongly recommend cotton yarn. Very, very important. Acrylic, you can do it, but acrylic I don't think will hold up as well. That's just me. Now this whole project, if you do all 7 rings plus the fringe at the bottom, we're talking about 68 inches. So mine's hanging pretty darn close to the ceiling and it's coming down almost the floor, not touching the floor. But I like that length. So you can stop at anywhere on this project where you used a 25 millimeter ring. So you can stop at the 1, 2, 3, the 5th ring, or you go down to the 7th ring. I don't recommend stopping at the smaller rings because I don't think it'll look as appealing to the eye, but you can do whatever you want. It's your project. I am choosing 4 colors. I'm doing 4 different shades of purples. Like I said, you can do any pattern that you want with the colors. You can change it. You don't have to follow my recommendation on colors, but you also need these rings. Now, I haven't tested this whole theory out at all. because we're in October. But if you want to make these to hang outside with these battery operated lights, I don't think I'd recommend the metal rings. I would recommend probably plastic, because bamboo can swell. But I wouldn't recommend the metal, because if these rust, it's going to go through your yarn. It's going to ruin your entire project. But you're welcome to try this if that's what you want. I'm just saying, if you're making this to go outside, it might not be the best idea to use metal. But anyway, so for these rings, you will need one with the diameter of 12 centimeters. A 12 centimeter ring is a 5-inch ring. Okay, you need one of those. You will need 3 of the 20 centimeter rings. In US, they are 8-inch rings. Okay, you'll need 3 of those if you're making the full length. Now, you will also need 3 of the 25 centimeter rings, which are 10-inch rings. Okay, now I'm using silver. They make these in gold. It really don't matter the color. Like the one that I have hanging, I think I ended up using silver and gold in it, because that was the rings that I had on hand, but your choice. Now, I don't know complete yarn usage, and it also depends on how much you're using of each color. If, like, for example, if you're using 4 different colors, the instructions are saying some of them are saying 80 grams, one color saying 80 grams, another color saying 50 grams, and another color saying 130 grams. So, that being said, I might need to go get more yarn at Hobby Lobby. Shame on me, I might have to take a trip to Hobby Lobby today. Oh, you feel sorry for me? I really don't. Anyway, you will need a darning needle, and you will need patience. Learning to crochet around rings, not the easiest. I'm not going to claim it is, but it's not. Now, also, I do recommend a stitch marker, and I don't have one, so I'm going to go get one. Okay, got my stitch marker. All right, so you guys ready to dive into this again? Here's a picture of it, and what I was saying is you use 3 of the 25-inch centimeter rings. You can stop, I guess you can stop at the 3rd ring, the 5th ring, or the 7th ring, because you want it to be bigger, because it looks nicer at the bottom. But you do you. All right. I'm going to move my rings. Alright, so we're going to get started, and we are starting with the 12 centimeter one, which I think is the 5-inch ring. Okay. All right. And I'm going to start with the French lilac color. It's pretty, isn't it? Now, if you have a tag on your ring, you do need to take that off. Now, this project, I would honestly say, probably getting started on it, is going to be your hardest part, but I'm going to try to remember to say each round. That way you know what round we're on specifically, and if you need to go back, you're worried about something, you can hear me say what round we're on to keep going. Okay, so let me change my we're going to be putting 60 single crochets around the ring. 60. So you want to start with your loop. Pick up your ring. Now take your loop, your yarn is over top of it, okay? Getting started, like I said, is the hardest part. You take your hook underneath, you grab some yarn and bring it up, you wrap. I'm trying to find a tail. You go through and through, okay? And then just do another one. So you're wrapping around. That's 2. It's slippery, guys. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. Now before I go any further, I'm going to count back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to just slip my stitch marker in there, just so I know, okay? So the yarn is hanging over the back of the ring. So you're going under, you're grabbing the yarn, bringing it up, and wrapping it around the ring. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. See how hard this is? Very slippery. 10. Now, see how this is twisting? You do not want it twisted. Very important that this doesn't get twisted. So take your time. All right, don't let it twist all around and get wonky on you. The worst thing you can do. Let me do a couple more stitches with you, then I'm going to finish off camera, and then we'll come back and do next round. So that's 10. Grab it underneath, bring it up. 11. 12. 13. 14. And 15. And see how that got twisted in that little bit of time? So I'm just bringing it back and around. So I have 15. I need to get to 60. So just keep going as single crochets. I'll meet you back. Okay. Here are my, make sure you're not off camera here. Here are my 60 single crochets all the way around. I took my time and I made sure I untwisted it, because as I was doing it, it was twisting around. But anyway, there is There we go. There we go. Anyway, see how easy that twists? Once we get rocking and rolling, it'll be fine. But you have to make sure it's not twisted. So 60 single crochets all the way around. Now after you get your single crochets, and you guys can change colors anytime you want, or you can follow how I change. But Maggie is the real good one on color changes or color patterns. I'm the kind of crappy one. So anyway, let me count. I don't like where my stitch marker is. Be right back. Okay, I didn't even put my stitch marker in the right place. Shame on me. Anyway, put your hook on, and you want to slip stitch into your very first stitch. Again, before you do that, make sure this is not twisted. Now for the rest of it, I didn't feel I needed a stitch marker, but I might use it periodically on different rounds if I feel I need it. It is a personal choice to use your stitch markers or not, guys, so don't stress about it. If you need it, use it. There's a lot of projects that I do that I use them for. I had to buy a new pack because I seem to be disappearing mine, so trust me, we all go through things. All right, round 2. We're going to chain 3. That will count as a double crochet. I feel like I'm still off camera here. Okay. Chain 1, chain 2, and 3. Now we're going to put in 1 double crochet in each stitch. All right, so 1 double crochet in each stitch going around, so you will end up with 60 double crochets. So now look, my chain 3 and my first double crochet. So here's my double crochet top. Here is the top of the chain 3. So that I will mark. Okay. So now I'm just going to wrap my hook and go in each single crochet and put a double crochet in. And yes, this is still not the easiest yet. Trust me, you will get there. So 1 double crochet in each single crochet stitch, just 1 in each, and that will land you at 60 double crochets. All right, I will meet you back here after you put in 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, now here we are, the tail. All right, I have the ring. We're sitting it down. For some reason, I don't seem I can get this centered right. Can you guys see that good? Hang on. I think that's much better. Okay, so we have the ring. Here's the ring. Sit down. As we're crocheting, we're going to keep crocheting in circles like this. So you want to work where you're looking at the outside of it. You don't want to flip it and do it that way, okay? You want the pretty side. See the difference? That's the inside of it. It's outside. All right, count your stitches, please. Make sure you have 60 of them. When you have 60 of them, see where you put your stitch marker in that one, that chain 3. You want to just slip stitch right into there and close off that round. Okay, now we're on round 3. So now I want you to do a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in that chain 4, you want to mark your 3rd chain. Okay. Now the chain 4 counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So here's the stitch that we're joined in. You're going to skip the next stitch. You're going to skip the next stitch, and then the next stitch you're going to put in a double crochet. You're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, put a double crochet in the next, and you're going to do this all the way around. So chain 1, skip a stitch, next one, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Now this round is called the pattern. So when I tell you the next round is the pattern, this is the pattern. It will be a chain 4 to start, skip 1, do a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. That is called the pattern. That is the pattern to this whole lamp. We'll be doing this almost, and except for the ring rounds, almost every other round. It's called a pattern. This round with the double crochets, there'll be decrease rows, increase rows. These are the rows that determine the size of the next round. This is the pattern. Okay, so for round 3, this is all you're gonna do. So chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and do that around, and right before you close up I'll show you how to do that, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, when I took the moment of quickly hiding that beginning tail because I didn't want that getting in my way of everything, because I struggle with that stuff. Forgive me if I stop and take a drink of my coffee. I am having a crisis on pumpkin this year for some reason, and if you hear traffic, I have my front door open. It is beautiful out today. So I did my last double crochet, and I counted to make sure I had 30 double crochets, and then you times that by 2 because of the chain 1s. Keeping count through this pattern, it is not the end of the world, but it is definitely something you do want to keep an eye on, because the lamp can get wonky if your numbers really get weird, but it's not, 1 or 2 stitches is not going to make or break this pattern by any stretch. Okay, so after you do your last double crochet, chain 1, and then where you put your stitch marker, you go right in and you slip stitch. Okay, now we are on round 4. This round is going to be a decrease row. So first you chain your 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then put a double crochet in this next chain 1 gap here. Okay, now as soon as you're done that, here's your second double crochet, the one that you just finished. You might want to take your stitch marker and just mark the top of that chain 3 so you know where you're putting your stitch when you close it. So now that's 2 double crochets. We're going to put a 3rd in the top of this double crochet. Okay, So go right in the top of that double crochet. Now put a double crochet in the gap. Now if you count, we did 1, 2, the chain 3 counts, so we have 4 double crochets. We're going to skip the double crochet at the top of this double crochet because that's the 5th stitch. We're going to skip that one. So we're going to just go into the gap because we're skipping every 5th stitch. This is a decrease row. So that's 1 double crochet in the top of the double crochet below it. So that's 2. Double crochet in the gap, that's 3. Double crochet in the top of the double crochet, that's 4. And what are we skipping? The 5th double crochet, which will be this chain 1 area. We're going to skip that, so we're going to go right over to the next double crochet. So the skip parts on this one are going to rotate because it's an uneven number. Okay, so some will be the chain 1 areas you skip, some will be on top of the double crochet post. So let's do a couple more. So that's 1 into the gap, that's 2 on top of the bottom post, that's 3 in the gap, that's 4. And this post would be 5, so we skip it. We go right into the chain 1 area. 1. Top of the post, that's 2. In the gap, that's 3. On top of the post, that's 4. Skip the chain 1, that's 5. On top of the post, that's 1. In the gap, that's 2. Top of the post, that's 3. In the gap, that's 4. On top of the post, that's 5. Whoops, we skipped that one. Into the gap, that's 1. On top of the post, that's 2. Chain 1, that's 3. Top of the post, that's 4. Skip the gap. Top of the post, that's 1. Into the gap, that's 2. All these are double crochet. Top of the post, that's 3. And the chain 1, that's 4. And you skip the post, that's 5. So I want you to finish that all the way around. Okay, coming around, your 5th one should be your last stitch that you skip. Now, it's not every round, it's not going to always work out even. I will try to tell you guys that when it doesn't work out even, and I'm being very detailed these first few rows on how to increase and decrease, so you're very well at understanding. But as we move along in this project, I don't have to get as detailed, because if you need to, you can go back to these videos on how we skip every so many stitches or how we increase, or I just want to make sure you're successful at understanding this project, because this is a great project. Okay, so your last one is a skip, so you do not chain 1 or anything, and then all you do is you slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, just like that. That was round 4 that we just did. Oh, and with those, your stitch count should go down to 48. Okay, now we're on round 5. Now it's the pattern again. Remember we talked about that? Let's do the pattern again. The pattern always starts as a chain 4, 2, 3, and 4. Then you go down here, you skip the next stitch and you double crochet in the next. And what I'm going to do is mark my third chain, not the fourth, the third chain, so I know where to slip stitch into next. So then I double crocheted, so what do? Chain one, skip one, double crochet. Remember, this is the pattern. So you chain one, skip one, double crochet. Chain one, skip one, double crochet. Chain one, skip one, double crochet. All right, so do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, now that was round 5. Now again, to close the pattern, you chain one, and then you slip stitch into that chain 4. You want to slip stitch into the third chain. Okay. All right. Now round 6, more decreases are coming. We are going to skip every eighth stitch. So you chain 3, and this one counts. This is 1. Then you double crochet in that chain 1. And because I want to make sure I keep my stitches aligned, I'm going to mark the top of that chain 3. But that's 2 double crochets. Now we're going to double crochet in each post and each gap. And we're going to do that until we get to 7. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the next stitch would be 8. So it's a gap. We skip that one. So we go right to the next post and we do 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because it's an even number, this will always be in the chain 1 areas that we're skipping. So skip, start again, count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skip the chain 1 area because that's the 8th stitch, and just keep doing that around. We skip the 8th stitch each time. Okay, this one works completely out. So the last stitch you skip is your 8th stitch, and then just slip stitch. Okay. And that was round 6. Round 7, I'm going to show you one more time, is the pattern. Okay, so the pattern again is chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You skip the next stitch, you put a double crochet in the next. and then I'm going to mark my third chain up. And then you chain one, skip one, and double crochet. Chain one, skip one, double crochet. When I say skip one, you're skipping a stitch. And all these again are double crochets. Skip one, double crochet. Chain one, skip one, and double crochet. And do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I did the pattern. Last double crochet, I chain one, and there always should be one that you still skip, and then you slip stitch into the top of that chain three. I didn't get it off. There we go. Okay, that was round 7 that we completed. Round 8, we're going to do decreases again, and we're going to skip every 9th stitch. Okay, so chain 3, then we're done. That counts as a stitch. We're going to put a double crochet in that gap. Sorry, it's a beautiful day. I think everybody is out for car rides. That's okay too. Now, each stitch I'm going to put a stitch in the gap, stitch in the top of the previous double crochet. So we're going to stop when we hit 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time it's the post stitch we're skipping, but since it's an odd number, it's going to rotate around. Okay, so we skip the post, double crochet, and a chain 1. Do 8 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this time we skip in the chain 1 area, and I forgot to put my marker back in. Top of the chain 3. There we go. That was 8, so I skip the chain 1 and do 8 of them again, because that would have been the 9th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we skip the post this time. And start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're basically at the beginning, so I'll just finish this round with you. So we skip the chain 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So right there's an odd count. So 6 to and the instructions say you crochet 1 double crochet in each of the remaining 6 stitches in gaps. So you will have a total of 38 double crochets. That's what I was trying to explain, that it's not always going to work out even, but that's okay. Now row 9. Oh, let us join this. Now, row 9 is the pattern. You guys remember how to do that? Chain 4, skip 1 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You skip the next stitch and you double crochet. So we're going to do this row, the pattern, and this is row 9, and I will meet you after you do the pattern. Okay. I'm going to show you something, just so you guys understand what's going on here. I did my last pattern, and then skip 1. It looks like you're skipping 2. You're not. Okay? If you're always in doubt, I'm trying to tell you the stitch count. What you do is on these, you count each post and you times it up by 2. It should be 38. So if you count, let's count them together. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 times 2 is 38. So that's how you can also check your numbers. All right. So make sure you always chain 1 on the pattern row, and you slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. All right, now this is round 10. All we're going to do is match stitch for stitch. Okay, so you do your chain 3 and you put a double crochet in the gap and on top of each post all the way around, and you will have 38 double crochets. So you're matching stitch for stitch, so we're not increasing, we're not decreasing, we're just matching stitch for stitch. I'll meet you around. Okay, that was round 10, 38 double crochets, and again at the end just slip stitch into your first stitch. You guys should have pretty much the gist of this, but I'm going to go through every round, but I'm going to just basically tell you what needs to be done and make sure you guys are on a good page. So now we're on row 11. We're crocheting the pattern. The pattern starts as a chain 4, remember? Skip 1 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet. So do the whole the pattern, and I'll meet you back. Okay, remember at the end of the pattern you always chain 1 before you slip stitch, and then you slip stitch into the third of the fourth chain, the third chain out of the 4 chain, however you want to say that. Okay, that was row 11. Now row 12, increases are coming. This is what I want to show you. We're going to increase in every 8th stitch increase. So chain 1, chain 3, 2 and 3, double crochet in that gap. That's 2. And we're just going to double crochet since we're increasing in every 8 stitch. Double crochet until you get to the 7th. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in the 8th stitch here in the chain 1, you put in 2 double crochets. So do a regular double crochet in each double post and chain until you do 7 of them, and in the 8th one you put in 2. Let's try it again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the 8th. We put in 2. So do that all the way around. Meet your round. Okay, when you do this round, you're going to have 6 double crochets left. You're not going to be able to finish the 8, so you'll have the double, then you'll have 6 double crochets, 1 in each stitch. Okay, and then you slip stitch. All right, so now you guys know how to slip stitch, you know how to increase, you know how to decrease, and you know how to do the pattern. So as we do each row, I'm just going to tell you what it is, and then we're going to go through. I'm going to go through every single row of this whole electric lamp because I want you to be successful at this, and this will hopefully help eliminate me having to do so many lives and people understanding the pattern. So please bear with me. If there's things you don't need to hear or see, you can fast forward through this. This is really okay, but you should understand all this now. And if you don't, you can go back to the beginning to understand what the pattern is, how to do the increases, how to do the decreases, and how to slip stitch at the end. All right, so now we're on row 12 and increases are coming. You're going to increase 2 double crochets in every 8th stitch. This is row 12, so do your chain 3, and in every 8th stitch you do 2 double crochets, and then I'll meet you around, and at the end of this row you will have 42 double crochets. Okay, I apologize. We're on row 13 and I screwed up. You're not increasing. Please disregard that. You're doing the pattern of the chain 4 and such. So forgive me for that. I lost track of my notes. So the next row is the pattern. So it's row 13. It is the pattern because I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Row 13, it's the crochet pattern. That's where we're at. So do the pattern. Don't do increases. Silly me. Anyway, row 13, do the normal pattern. Okay, row 14, increases on this row. You're going to increase every 10th stitch of your double crochets. So you're going to do 9 double crochets. In the 10th one, you're going to do 2 the double to increase. So when you're done round 14, you're going to end up with 46 double crochets. And then row 15 is the pattern. So 14, every 10th stitch you increase. On row 15, it's the pattern. So do row 14 of the increases, then do row 15 of the pattern, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, now we did rounds 14 and 15. I did want to let you know on round 14, when you're doing your increase every 10th stitch, there's 2 remaining stitches at the end of that are just regular double crochets. Make sure everybody's good. Now, row 16, I didn't slip stitch to my stitch. I'm going to change my color. So, find my scissors. and cut the color. I am going to change to purple, 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 purple. This purple. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Alright. Well, that was easy finding it, the beginning of it. So I don't make a knot, but I leave a little bit of a tail. So I'm going to put my yarn back on. I'm going to take out my stitch marker, put in my hook, just pull through and through. Okay, this round is another increase. Okay, so we're going to increase in every 9th stitch. So you're going to double crochet in 8, and the 9th one you put in 2. At the end of this round, you will have 1 remaining double crochet, so you do increase in 1 more double crochet. Your stitch count should be 55. Okay, and then row 17 is the pattern. Okay, so row 16, you're going to increase in every 5th stitch, and at the end you'll just have, after you do an increase, so you'll have 1 double crochet in the remaining gap, which will land you at 55 double crochets. Row 17 is the pattern, so I'll see you back after those 2. I am reading this pattern wrong, so forgive me. You're going to increase in every 5th stitch. 5, not 9th, 5th. Okay, so forgive me please for that. So you'll increase in every 5th stitch, and at the end you'll have 1 double crochet remaining after you do an increase, and then you'll have 55 double crochets, and then row 17 is the pattern. Okay, now we have round 17 done. We're on the 18, and I am going to do another color change. Like I said, you don't have to follow my color changes. You can do whatever round you want. And I am going to switch to plum. Okay. Find the beginning. Finding the beginning, I try to stick both fingers in the ends and try to find the most center piece, and it doesn't always work, but it works most of the time, especially with Hobby Lobby yarn. I'm telling you, Hobby Lobby yarn rocks for me. Okay. And I suggest every few rows to make sure you weave in your ends, because it will get hard if you wait to the very end. It's almost, I'd say it's darn near impossible to wait to the end to do all your end weaving. So every so many rows, I'll just stop for a minute and I'll weave in my ends. Okay, this one is an increase. This row 18 is an increase, and it's increased every 4th stitch. So you double crochet, double crochet, double crochet 3 times. 4th one, you do an increase. All right, and then you'll do 1 double crochet in the last stitch and the gap, so you'll have 2 double crochets. You do an increase and you'll have 2 double crochets. Then row 19 is the pattern. So row 18, you'll increase every 4th stitch and you'll end up with 67 double crochets. Row 19 is the pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you back here after rows 18 and 19. Okay, we finished round 19. Guys, doing good. There's a lot of rows, so let's settle in for a long road. Okay, here I'm going to change colors. Oh, Drop that, bring up my new one. I did weave in some ends. We've done quite a few color changes. Well, I have. Have you on your project? Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to do another increase. We are going to crochet 2 in each gap. But when you're on the post, you only do 1. So let me get you started here. So do your chain 3. That's the post. And right in here, you do 2 double crochets. That's the chain 1 area. So now, the post, you just do 1. The gap, you do 2. Okay, so that's it for this round. So you do 1 on the post, and you do 2 in your chain 1 areas. Okay. So after you do that, row 21 is the pattern, okay? So row 20 is 2 double crochets in all the chain 1 areas and 1 double crochet on the posts. All right. And then row 21 is the pattern, and we'll meet back. Okay. We are on row 22 now. It's looking really nice. Okay. Row 22, 22, 22, 22. So we need the 20 centimeter ring, which in inches is the 8-inch ring. Okay. Oh, let me turn off my background noise. I apologize. All right, so we need this. So you need to take off the tag. All right. Again, you can use plastic rings, bamboo, or the metal. I'm recommending the metal, but if you're going to put it outside, like I said at the beginning of this video, I probably would change up to the plastic. I think that's what I would do, but your choice. I have not tested those theories, so I'm the wrong person to ask for sure on that until the theory is tested. Okay, so now you joined on a chain 1. Pick up your ring, put it behind your project, and your yarn is over it, like we did on the first ring. And all you're going to do is you're going to go back in that same first gap and do single crochets all the way. I think this is too close. Let me, there we go. And do single crochets all the way around. So when you're in the chain 1 gap, you just go underneath it and grab. When you're in the posts, you go into the posts. Okay, so you're gonna just single crochet, 1 stitch for 1 stitch all the way around. And again, this is the 20 centimeter ring. Okay, so this is the only row we're gonna do right now, and I'll meet you back after you have the entire ring crocheted on. Okay, now your ring is on. See? Looking wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now we're on row 23. Now we're gonna do the pattern again, the normal pattern. You know, this one where the chain 4 you start. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll meet you back for row 24. Okay, round 23 is done. Now we're going to do row 24. Row 24 is decreases. We're going to decrease every 4th stitch. You know how to do decreases. I showed it in a few rows back. So what you're going to do is you're going to crochet a double, a double, a double, then you skip that space and then you start it again. So every fourth stitch you're going to decrease. Okay, and then row 25 you're going to crochet the pattern. So 24 you're going to skip every 4th stitch. In row 25 you're going to crochet the pattern. All right, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so the next row, decrease every 4th stitch. Following row, which will be row 25, normal crochet pattern. And we'll be back. Okay, I had to take it out and color change, so it took me a bit. Anyway, so now row 26 is again more decreases. What you're going to do is you're going to decrease every 5th stitch, 5 stitch. After you're done this row, you should be down to 60 stitches, 60 double crochet stitches. So you're going to decrease every 5th stitch, and then as you're doing your decreases, you're going to have 4 stitches left. So it's going to be an odd count. But so you do a decrease and you should have 4 more stitches. Okay, and after you do that, row 27 is normal pattern. All right, I'll see you back after that. Okay, what I did is I took time to weave in some of these ends because there were getting to be a lot of them. And again, I'm going to remind you, it's really important to stay on top of those ends, because if you don't, it's bad. It's not a pretty picture trying to weave them in after you did the whole project. Okay, so we did rounds 26 and 27. We were on round 28. 28 is a nice easy round. No increases, no decreases. So you're gonna just chain 3, and you're gonna put a double crochet in each chain 1 space and 1 in each post. So you're matching stitch for stitch, basically, so you don't put it in the gap and the post, gap and post all the way around, and that'll land you at 60 double crochets. And then round 29 is just the normal pattern. All right, so 28, just matching your stitches, 1 stitch in the gap, 1 stitch in the post, and round 29 is your normal pattern. So I'll meet you back here for the next. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. Now we're yeah, let me speak. Now we're on row 30. And we are going to crochet. Again, we're going to match stitch for stitch. As you can see, I changed colors again. And I weaved in my yarn ends again. They were driving me bonkers, even though it was only a couple. So row 30 is just your chain 3 and putting 1 double crochet in the gap and 1 double crochet in the post. And then you will land at 60 double crochets. And then row 31 is your normal crochet pattern. So we're gonna do row 30 and 31, and I'll meet you back. Okay, easy peasy, right? Doing good. Now row 32 is again 60 stitches, so it's the chain 3 and just a double crochet in the gap and then double crochet on the post, so it'll be 60 double crochet. And then row 31 will be row 33, this is 32 and 33. Row 33 will be the normal pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you back after there's 2 rows. Okay, we're rocking along. We are now on row 34 and I've changed my color again. And now we're back to increases. Okay, we are going to do 2 double crochet in every 6th stitch. So we're going to crochet 5, and then in the 6th one you'll do an increase, 5, and the 6th one you'll do an increase. Okay, that should land you at 70 double crochets. But this will not work out, this row will not work out even. Actually, it will. Crochet to every 6th stitch or gap. Actually, it will work out even. So every 6th stitch you'll do an increase, which is an extra double crochet. And then row 35 is the normal pattern. And we'll meet you back. Alrighty. You're getting there, guys. I know this seems like forever, but believe it or not, it turns out so beautiful. All right, row 36 is also an increase. We're gearing up for getting ready for another round. Well, not yet, but another ring is coming up in a few rounds. All right, so now we're doing increases again. And as you can see, I changed to my plum color. And we're gonna do an increase every 5th stitch. So you're gonna do 4 stitches, and then the 5th stitch you increase with an extra double crochet, and then you will end with 84 double crochets altogether. And then row 37, normal pattern. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna do that. And a reminder, remember to tuck in your ends every once in a while so they're not hanging out there too long. Okay, so row 36, an increase every 5th stitch. Row 37 is your normal pattern. Okay, we're at another color change. If I can get my yarn together. Anyway, so we're on row 38, guys. Now we're going to do another increase. We're going to do an increase of 2 double crochets in each gap, like we have done before. I haven't dropped my crochet hook before, but there's always a first time. All right, so we're going to put on my new color. And then we're going to do long tail. There we go. Chain your 3 and 3 3, and I'm always going off the side. And then in the gaps here, you put in 2 double crochets. And then the post, you just do 1. Right in the post, just do 1 double crochet. So in a chain 1 area, you will do 2 double crochets. In the post, you just do 1 double crochet. And that's round 38. This will land you at 126 double crochets. And then row 39 is the normal pattern. All right. And then I will meet you back after those 2 rows. Okay. Rows 38 and 39 are done. As you can see, it is an easy project, just it's time. That's all it takes is time. Now the next row is adding the 25 centimeter ring. So let me take off the tag. I think I just might have made that harder for me. You don't want to leave the sticker on it. There we go. So take the time to remove the sticker, please. All right. The 25 centimeter is the 10-inch ring, and we're going to add that like we've added the other rings. Nothing different. If you missed that, I did a couple of different explanations of that earlier in the video. I'm dropping everything today. Hang on. Okay. I'm dropping everything. All right, so after you join, do a chain 1. And then bring your ring in, and the yarn goes over top. You get back right into your first stitch. You grab your yarn, bring it through, and single crochet. So you're doing a single crochet all the way around this ring, joining it. And then the next row is the normal pattern that we've been doing. So join the ring, then do the next one of the normal pattern. So that'll be rows 40 and 41. Okay, we've finished round 41. Now, now on to round 42, decreases are coming. You guys know how to do decreases. So we're gonna decrease every 4th stitch. So we're going to do our normal in the post, and in the chain 1 you'll do 3, and then you'll skip the 4th. You'll do 3 and you skip the 4th, and you do that all the way around, and that should take you down to 95 stitches. And then row 43, that was 42, row 43 is the pattern. So I'll meet you back after that. Okay, these were rows 42 and 43, and when you're slip stitching to your first stitch, I wanted to show you, I don't know if I can show you with this big ring. When you're slip stitching, let me see, trying to get it on the camera so you guys can see it. When you're going up in this chain, 1, 2, 3, instead of slip stitching to the outer part of the stitch and it stretches and it can throw everybody off, I grab the bottom, I go through the loop that's closest to me and the center the center line there. I'm going to go in there, and that actually stops all that stretching, and it's not as noticeable. Just food for thought for you guys. Anyway, so when you did your decreases, I want to let you know on row 42 you'll have 2 stitches remaining. You just do a double crochet in each of those stitches. It's not an even decrease round every 4 stitches, so you do your decrease, then you have 2 more stitches, just letting you know. So that was rounds 42 and 43. Row 44 again is a decrease row, and you're going to skip every 5th stitch. Every 5th stitch you will skip, and then row 45 is the normal pattern, and I'll meet you back. Okay, this was rounds 44 and 45 that we just completed. Now when you did your decreasing on row 44, you'll have 4 stitches remaining, so your count should go down to 76 because it was a decrease row. Row 45 was the normal crochet pattern. Now row 46, more decreases. We're going to decrease again in every 5th stitch, and then row 47 is the normal crochet pattern. So 46, when you do your decrease, it's going to go down to 60 stitches, and at the end of the round you skip the last 2 stitches. You know, you skip your 5th. Well, in this round on 46 you'll skip your 5th and 6 stitches at the end, okay, and that'll take you down to 60 double crochet. So you double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. You skip your 5th at the very last one, right before you slip stitch to the beginning. You'll skip your 5th and you'll skip your 6th, okay, and then 47 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back. Okay, we're on round 48. 48 is just matching stitch for stitch. We have 60 double crochets. You're going to end up with 60 double crochets. So it's just a double crochet in the chain 1 and a double crochet in the post going all the way around. And row 49 is the normal crochet pattern. And then I'll meet you back for row 50. Okay, that was rounds 48 and 49. We're going to repeat the same thing again for rows 50 and 51. Rows 50, you're matching stitch for stitch. You're going to do a stitch in the chain 1 and a stitch on the post below it, and it'll be 60 double crochets. And then row 51 is the pattern again. Okay, meet you back. Okay, that was rounds 50 and 51. Doing really good. As a reminder, make sure you weave in some of your ends because this gets tight when we're down to the smaller parts of the lamp here. So rows 52 is a color change for me, and let me turn the light on so you guys can see better. And we're also going to do the same thing. We're going to match stitch for stitch. We're going to do 60 double crochets, so it's a double crochet in the chain 1 and a double crochet on the post. And then round 53 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back. Okay, we completed rounds 52 and 53. Now we're going to do rows 54 and 55. 54 is increase, and 2 double crochets in every 10th stitch. Okay, so there's a total of 6 increases. You're going to end up with 66 double crochets. So row 54 is an increase in every 10th stitch, and then row 55 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back after those 2 rows. How you guys doing? Doing good? It's a long project, but it's a fun project. Anyways, we're on round now. We completed 54 and 55. As you can see, I'm doing another color change. Row 56 is another increase. we're getting close. After 56 and 57, we're going to be doing a ring. So this is a good time to catch up on your ends after you do row 56 and 57, just a suggestion. All right, so row 56, you're going to crochet 2 double crochet in each gap. So in the chain 1 areas, you're going to do two double crochets, 1 double crochet on top of the post underneath it. So after you do 2 double crochets in each chain 1 and a double crochet on top of the post, you're going to end up with 99 double crochets. And then row 57 is your normal pattern. All right, and then just future warning, row 58, we're going to be using the 20 centimeter ring. Not yet, but it's the ring that I think is, it's 8 inches. Okay, so we'll be using the 20 centimeter ring, not the 25, but we're not there yet. That's why I'm suggesting that you get the ends done. So row 56, you're going to do 2 double crochets in each gap, 1 double crochet in the post beneath it, and then row 57 is your normal pattern. And I'll meet you back to talk about row 58 with the ring. Okay, I completed row 57. We have 100 stitches and we're doing the ring. Make sure you're doing the 20 centimeter ring, which again is an 8-inch ring. I'm going to take off this tag. You don't want to do it with the tags on. It'll show through and it won't be pretty. So what we're going to do is single crochet this on like I've showed you previously in the video, and then after you single crochet it on, hold on. Okay, after you single crochet it on, you're going to do the regular pattern, but this pattern takes a step back to repeat rows 23 to 58. I'm going to continue. So you hear me saying row 58. Actually, row 23 is the normal pattern, so we're going to skip back to row 23 and do rows 23 to 58 again. Now, if you don't want to watch this section, you can rewind and listen to rows 23 to 58, but I'm going to continue to do this video each row as we've been doing it, but I'm going to go back from 58 back to 23 so you understand that. You're going to hear row 58, then you're going to hear row 23. It's because the instructions are asking you to go back and repeat. I'm going to continue this so people don't get confused and struggle with the video, but it's your choice if you want to continue moving forward listening to this video forward, or if you want to rewind and just listen to 23 to 58 again on your own. But right now, row 58 is putting the ring on in single crochet. Row 23 is normal pattern. Okay, so I will see you back here after we do the ring and then row 23 of normal pattern. All right, we finished round 58 and then we did round 23, which was the normal crochet pattern. So we added the ring and we did the normal crochet pattern. So now we're back to row 24. Okay, 24 are decreases again. We are going to decrease by skipping every 4th stitch, and then row 25 is the normal crochet pattern. So row 24 is decreasing like we've been doing every 4th stitch, and row 25 is the normal crochet pattern, and I will meet you back at that. Okay, we are around 26. We did 24, 25. We're back to 26. More decreases are coming. We're going to decrease on the next row every 5th stitch, and at the end this is not an even going around. It's not an even decrease. So your last 4, you'll have 4 stitches at the end. Just after you do your decrease, you'll have 4 more stitches. And that'll take you to 60 double crochets. And then 27 is your normal pattern. All right, I'll meet you back. correction, you're going to be skipping every 5th stitch, not every 4th. For round 26, correction, round 26, you're skipping every 5th stitch, not every 4th. I was looking at the wrong spot on the instructions. So it's every 5th stitch, and then you will have your last 4 stitches, and then round 27 is normal pattern. Okay, we finished rounds 26 and 27. 28 is just matching stitch for stitch, so you put a stitch in the gap, the chain 1, and you put a stitch in the double crochet below, and you'll have 60 stitches. And round 29 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back for round 30 then. Okay. Okay, we did rounds 28 and 29. Now we're going to do 30 and 31. 30 is just matching stitch for stitch, so you'll do a double crochet in the chain 1 gap and a double crochet on the post below it, and you'll have 60 double crochets. And then round 31 is the crochet pattern again. And you know what, I'm going to tell you about 32 and 33. 32 and 33 are the same as 30 and 31. So 30 is 1 double crochet in each stitch, including the gaps in the post, so that's 60. Round 31 is just following the pattern again. Row 32 is 1 double crochet in every stitch, so that's the chain 1 and the post. And round 33 is the pattern again, so it's 30, 1 stitch in everything, which is 60. 31 is the pattern. 32 is 1 stitch in every stitch, which is 60 double crochets, and round 33 is the pattern again. So I'll meet you back here after row 33 is complete. Okay, we did rounds 30, 31, 32, and 33. Round 34 is now back to increasing. We are going to increase in every 6th stitch. So an increase, you double crochet 5, and in the 6 you put in 2, and then your end count will be 70 double crochets. And then row 35 is just the regular pattern that we've been doing, and I'll meet you back after those. Okay, rocking and rolling. We did rows 34 and 35. Now 36, excuse me, row 36, we're going to increase again. And as you can see, I have a new color that I have popped on here. And we are going to increase every fifth 5 stitch, which is the, we're going to do 2 double crochets in every 5th stitch. And then when you're done that increase row, you should have 84 double crochets. Then row 37 is the pattern, the normal pattern again. So I will meet you after rows 36 and 37, and we'll be back. All right, we have finished rounds 36, 37. We are around 38 and 39. 38 is an increase row and a color change for me, and we are going to crochet 2 double crochets in each gap and 1 double crochet on top of each post. So 2 in the gaps, the chain 1 areas, and 1 in the post. And then row 39 is the normal crochet pattern. So I'll come back and see you for row 40. That'll be the ring, guys. Okay, it is time for the next ring. We are doing a bigger ring, the 25 centimeter, which is the 10-inch ring. Okay, so we're going to add the ring. We're going to single crochet the ring on, and that'll be round 40, and then round 41 is the pattern. So I'll see you back after you put the ring on, single crochet, and do round 41, the normal pattern. Okay, see you back there. All right, we have the ring on, and we did the normal crochet pattern after we single crocheted the entire ring on. So now 42, it's decrease time. Anyway, we are gonna skip every 4th stitch for 42 and 43. Oh, wait a minute, for 42, you skip every 4th stitch and crochet 1 double crochet in the remaining stitch and gap. So after you do your last decrease, you'll have 2 more double crochets to do. And then in row 43, it's the normal crochet pattern. And I'll meet you back after 42 and 43. All right, we finished rows 42 and 43. And now we are going to do more decreasing. So 44 is decreasing every 5th stitch. All the way around, you'll have 76 double crochets. And row 45 is the normal pattern with the chain 1 spaces, and I'll meet you after 44 and 45. Okay, that was rows 44 and 45. We're on 46 and 47. 46 again is more decreases, so you're going to decrease every 5th stitch again, and at the end of that you will have a total of 60 double crochets. And then 47 is the normal crochet pattern. All right, I will meet you back at after 46 and 47. Okay, that was rounds 46 and 47. I did want to remind you in round 46 that you're to skip on the very last 2 stitches. You skip the 5th and 6th stitch. So 46, you skip the 5th and 6th stitch. Number 47 was the normal pattern. All right. So rows 48, 49, 50, 51. All right, so let's do this. 48 is just 1 double crochet in each stitch, the chain 1 and the posts, and that'll be 60 double crochets. Row 49 is the normal pattern. Row 50 is the same as 48. 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around is 60 double crochets. Row 51, again, normal pattern. 52, you will come back at 52. So 48, 1 double crochet in everything. 49, normal pattern. 50, 1 double crochet in everything, and 51 normal pattern. So we'll just do 4. That way we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. All right, we'll see in a bit. Okay, you guys, you finished rounds 48, 49, 50, and 51. Now we're going to do 52 and 53. 52 and 53 is the exact same pattern as we did for the last 4 rounds, but I wanted to pop on here because I didn't want to give you too many rounds to bounce ahead on. So 52 is color change for me again. It is just 1 double crochet in each stitch, 1 in the chain, 1 in the post, and then you'll land at 60 double crochet. And round 53 is the normal crochet pattern. And then after that, we're on round 54. We're going to start some increases and getting ready to make another ring, but it's going to take a few steps before we get there. So I'll see you after rounds 52, 53. Okay, guys, you're doing great, great, great. We did rows 52, 53, but I just wanted to, if I can see how it's bouncing along. I just keep it folded as I'm doing it because it's easier that way for me. Anyway, so now we're going to be doing rounds 54 and 55. Rounds 54, it's an increase. You're going to increase every 10th stitch, so you'll end up with 66 double crochets. and then round 55 is a normal crochet pattern, and then we'll meet back. Okay, we finished rows 54, 55. Now we're doing rows 56 and 57. Rows 56 is 2 double crochets in each gap. So you'll put 1 double crochet in the one that's the post below, and you'll put 2 double crochets in each gap. When you're done this round, you will end with 99 double crochets. And then round 57 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back after those 2 rows. All right, you guys are rocking it, rocking it, rocking it. All right, we did round 56, 57. Round 58, we're putting the smaller ring in. This is the 8-inch ring. We'll put that in single crochet. And then the instructions say one more time to work rounds 23 to 40. I know it seems like so much, but it's really, it's not as bad as you guys are making it or thinking it is. So round 58, we put the ring in single crochets. Then we go back to round 23, and 23 is just working the normal pattern again, okay? So I'm going to see you after you do the ring of single crochets and then work the normal pattern, and then we'll come back. Okay, finish the ring round and round 23. Round 24 is decreases. You will decrease every 4th stitch. Will take you down to 75 double crochets, and then round 25 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back. Okay, you guys, you finished round 25. Round 26 is going to be more decreasing. We're going to decrease in every 5th stitch. That'll take us down to 60 double crochets, and then round 27 is the normal pattern. So I'll meet you back after you get those 2 rows done. Thank you. All right, finished round 27. Now round 28 is just doing 1 double crochet in each post and each chain 1 area, so it'll be 60 double crochets. Then 29 is doing a pattern, and 30 and 31 is repeating that same thing. So next 4 rounds are just the normal 60 that we've done many times before. So it's round 28, 29, 30, and 31. And then I'll meet you back for 32. Okay, for rounds 32 and 33, we're going to repeat the same thing. 1 double crochet in each gap, 1 double crochet on the post. It'll land at 60 double crochets, and then round 33, we'll do the regular crochet pattern. How is yours turning out? Are you enjoying it? Message in the comments below. We would love to know. All right, doing good. So row 34, we're going to do an increase in every 6th stitch for 70 total double crochets, and row 35 we're going to do the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back at that. Okay, believe it or not, we're just a few rounds away from the ending of this. So we are on round 36. We're going to do increases again. We're going to do 2 double crochet in every 5th stitch, and then row 37 is the normal crochet pattern, and I'll meet you back after that. All right, guys, we're on round 38. So we have 38, 39, and 40, and this baby is done. Isn't that great? All right, round 38. We're going to put 2 double crochet in each gap and 1 double crochet on each post, and you're going to have a total of 126 double crochets, and then round 39 is the normal pattern, and row 40, if you want to keep chugging along, just putting on that 10-inch ring in the single crochets. But I'll come back when I'm ready to start that so you can see it. But if you want to do it, that is your last thing, is the putting the ring on, and then all we have to do is the fringe and the hanging, and then she is done. All right, I'll be back. All right, last round. You are putting on your 7th ring, your last one. And that is the bottom to keep it out for the fringe. I'm going to put this on, and it's done on single crochet. So as soon as we have this on, I'll come back and we'll talk about what we do next. Okay, after you're all done that, you need to cut 4 strips of yarn at 16 inches each. I did one already and put it on. I decided to put beads on mine. You can put whatever you want on yours. So you do one strip going one direction across, then you do another one going the other direction across. Try to find your center point. Right here. And when I think about got it, you take your hook, going from the outside in, grab your yarn and pull through. Then you bring the yarn back. What I do, I split the ends, bring them down, and then I just knot it right here. That's how you make sure the knot's on the inside. I'm going to string some beads on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's the other side with my beads on it. Then I just try to make sure it's as straight as possible. You don't want to take up the whole string because you need a little bit for it to go on the hook. Your beads for holding it up. Now we need to set this off to the side for a little bit. And now you need to do fringes. Your fringes they're suggesting to be 40 centimeters, which works out to be about 16-ish inches long each, but you can make them as long or as short as you want. So you need to make them, you can wrap your string around a cardboard. I'm using the lid to one of my Tupperware containers. You can use whatever you want, whatever works. Pick whatever color or colors that you want to use. It really don't matter. It's your project. Your creativity is 100% your choice. So I'm going to get some of my fringes together and I'll quick show you how to put them on. Okay, the last piece of the puzzle. For each one of these you put on, you want to use 2 strands. Two strands, and you want to fold them where they're pretty even. You take your hook, you come up from underneath in your stitch, you wrap it on, pull it through. When it's pulled through, open it, and you just pull it through, just like that. Let's do another one. Here it is. Bring up through the bottom. Grab your fringe, pull it through, open it, and you take it and you just pull it through, just like that. All right, and you just do that all the way around. And then she's all completed. You can drop lights to the center, hook them at the top, and drop lights down if you like. It's totally up to you, but I can't wait to see yours. Okay guys, here she is. Here is the purple one that I did with the tutorial. I do have the lights in it, but since it's daylight here, it's hard to see them all. And the fringe, if I get closer, what I did is I used every single color, rotated all 4 colors through the whole bottom, so the fringe matches the entire lamp. And I'm obsessed with these. Absolutely love them. There's my beautiful girls, Mimi's. There's Mimi. Anyway, here she is. So here is the Gypsy Queen tutorial for this electric lamp. And here's my other baby, Mimosh. There he is. All right, I can't wait to see yours. Post it on our Whip and Chain. I am Rhonee. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you beautiful crochet tutorials. And here at Whip and Chain, it's always a work in progress. Till our next video, guys. Have a good night.